Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's do some Weird Job Wednesday.
All right, buddy. Make sure I got the money here. Or the button here, not the money. The money.
Tom wanted to do a bit. He called it Weird Job Wednesday. Dad really likes it. Tom says that's bullshit. It's another Weird Job Wednesday. What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Or are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on all the people who are working by the hour? It's a Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Oh yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Weird Job Wednesday brought to you by Streamline Florida and Streamline California. Talk to them about temporary interest rate buy downs. That's basically a way for you to buy a house right now while the market is basically slowed to a crawl. And
TIBD is what I call it. No big deal.
get it cheaper, get the temporary interest rate buy down, and
TIBD.
then refi out of it once interest rates go down. It's just talk to Streamline. They can figure it out for you and see if it's the best decision for you.
TIBD's nuts.
Christina's on the line. How you doing, Christine?
Hey.
So, Christine, what weird job would you like to talk about?
Oh, my current job. I am a director of product for a healthcare tech company.
All right.
Director of product for a healthcare tech company.
This sounds about as like middle of the road, working for like the healthcare industry.
Yeah.
What is it?
It sounds
like,
never ending, right?
If
It
you
sounds
go
crazy.
somewhere, where do you go, Christine?
I can become like a product owner. So I started as a product manager. I actually I'm at the highest tier right now. So I run the quality assurance software. So I write all of the requirements for software that actually runs lasers that are used for cancer treatments all around the world. We're in every country, our machines.
I was talking to Andrea about this last night. It's funny, like, because she mentioned the laser thing. She was kind of explaining to me what she does and what you do and all of this. Because my wife works, like, I'd say, what would you say, in conjunction with or laterally in some way? Like, yeah. But yeah, this is like, so Andrea started telling me what she did last night, and this will tie into Christine. She started explaining what she did, and then I was like asking what Christine does, and she started explaining it to me, and it was the first time in my life where my wife has explained to me what she does, and I have no idea. And it made me feel dumb and old.
Yeah.
It made me feel like this is the part of my life where I start to become a little old man.
So, Christine, a lot of times I'll hear someone explain their job, and when they explain it to me, it sounds insanely complicated when they just give me the gist of what they do. But then if you really dig into it and narrow it down, then it's easier than I expected, right? Like, for instance, my buddy used to work for Orange County, and he's like, every morning I have to balance all the books and depreciate all of Orange County's assets, the trucks and stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm like, well, and then I dug in more, and he's like, I just go to the Excel and I hit enter 15 times, and the Excel does it for me. And I'm like, well, okay, then your job is go on a computer and hit enter 15 times.
You're not really doing anything.
Yeah. The program is doing it for you. You're just
Put that on a timer.
Exactly. Anyway, so Christine, is it anything like that? You just hit enter 15 times.
Oh, yeah, I just write a lot of things in Word documents, but it's really easy if you're really good at it. If you're really bad at it, everyone knows. So currently, like I assume you guys know everything that's going on at Twitter. All of the fallout is happening because of a lack of product management. So people are making the wrong decisions, and now there's this firestorm so every time like something you like does something bad, like when Instagram moved from chronological order to introducing ads, everybody hated it. That's the decision of a product management team. So the things that you either really love about like the apps that you use or the programs that you use, really good product management. The things that you hate is also the result of that. So you have this team that's working on the requirements and then sending it over to engineers to develop it and release it. So anything that comes out like botched bugs in a video game, that's bad product management, bad releases. But then when you get excited about the new iPhone release because you see Tim Cook announce it at like WWDC, that's really good product management and placement. It's understanding your market and it's understanding how you're going to sell that vision to consumers.
So am I correct in assuming that you do a version of this for this software that's all across the globe for cancer patients in the medical field? Your job is to manage the overall company's directive and message of what needs to be done for this particular piece of software. And your job is to make sure that it all stays congruent, organized, and exactly the way that you guys wanted to execute it.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but then it needs to remain competitive because we need a serious market share. We're not the only ones in the industry.
Right.
So what can we do better? And how can we make it easier for the user so that they continue to buy licenses for our product?
See, this gives me anxiety only because, like, we've never really looked at our company this way. I'll use us as an example and then apply it to Christine and her job. Like, I think we do subconsciously. We look at what everybody else is doing and we try to make ourselves, you know, like we have cameras in here. We have lights in here. That, you know, it wasn't like we just woke up one day and said, hey, we need this. You know, there's been a progression here. So naturally, we try to follow the trends, but not to a point where we're pandering, right? Like we don't want to follow every trend and feel like we have to stay doing everything, but we do want to evolve to a point where we can survive. So what you're describing to me is something I don't think I could do just based on my personality. That sounds like a lot of stress.
Well, Christine, I'm going to start asking a new question for these weird jobs because it got me thinking.
Have you ever had a weird, you had to go to like a sorority house or maybe you did?
No. It's, I want to know.
Yeah, building products in the Seychelles Islands. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Christine, I'm going to ask you, this is a from 1 to 10 level question. And because I asked this to my friends because now everybody's
Does your wife swing?
and in their 40s, like all my friends from Miami, and I'm fascinated with the coast level of their job now, right? Because they all have different jobs: Harlem mechanic, government, teacher,
wetland scientist or whatever.
The one elevator mechanic, and like all these different jobs. And I'm fascinated with the coast level. Follow me.
What kind of bearings you got in that thing?
No. I want to know how easy is it for someone to coast and do basically nothing.
Yeah, that's what I mean by bearing. Keeping it smooth.
And can you? And now some people are just ultra motivated and they want to do a good job, but I want to know is like, can you just put it on autopilot, get up, do a couple morning emails, and then basically do nothing for the majority of your day? I'm talking 10% or less work through an actual 8-hour workday.
All right.
Because that's a sweet benefit to a lot of jobs, is like coasting and not doing much for long periods of time. Like these next 2 weeks, I'll just
You're talking about
coast.
firefighters. I know you're talking. It always comes back to firefighters and his intense hatred for firefighters.
No, that's firefighters got it bad with the coast because they could be coasting at like once they finish all their job, but then every once they hit that damn alarm and you got to go Narcan another bum. And then you're like, God, I put on a suit for this. A fireproof suit to give a bum Narcan.
Let them die.
Anyway, so Christine, how can you coast, or do you have to be attentive every single day?
I would say 50% of the time I can find like a slow week. It really is cyclical. So at the beginning of a software release, when we're doing all of the planning, I am fully invested. You won't see me on Twitch. Then once we actually start getting into the meat of it and the teams are working on the development and going kind of through our testing cycle, I can take my foot off the gas a little bit and just kind of like monitor. Still have to be in meetings and help communicate. I'm a little bit nosier than a lot of product people, so I like to be engaged as much as possible. I'm always doing research, but just from being like Dan, where I'm an early adopter in a lot of tech, I already know what I'm looking for, and I've been doing this for about 13 years now.
Yeah.
So I kind of know what's next in the roadmap. But then when it is really busy, I am, on calls. I'm doing research. I'm putting together communications to our stakeholders. I'm addressing all of the bugs that are coming out of support. So it is nonstop. So it's either like kind of easy or really stressful.
Yeah,
it just kind of depends on the time of the release cycle.
I think I kind of like those type of jobs because I like the ones that you have to stay on your toes, and it does take a certain level of skill and experience to pull it off. But then if you do pull it off, I like the ability for you to be able to kind of sit back for a second and take a breath and just monitor. Yeah, I like that. That sounds cool.
Do you have to go somewhere, Christine? Like, is this a 9 to 5 scenario or you're working from home?
I go to my office and then I go back to my bedroom. I work fully remote.
Oh, wow, fully
that's
remote.
This
Wow.
is Coast Central. I don't hold on.
Coast Central.
Well, but hold on, can I preface? Because you can say it's Coast Central,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
know.
only Coast Central if you're hella smart. And I think we all know that Christine is hella smart.
Listen, I'm not saying that coasting is bad or good.
No,
or
no,
anything.
I
I'm
know,
just-
but I'm just saying, like, not everybody. If I put the Smoky Giant, my old intern, in her job,
No, yeah.
There's no coasting allowed.
Yeah. I mean,
it wouldn't happen.
You have to have a certain intelligence level to coast with the appropriate amount of
Coastability.
without your boss recognizing it. There's an art to coasting,
Right,
You
well,
see
I
what I'm
get-
saying? Like, because when you coast, you want other people to believe you're working hard, and you want your bosses to believe you're a go-getter.
Right.
But the whole time you're tricking them.
Yes.
You're doing
by
the bare minimum.
Doing the bare
Yeah.
minimum
Right.
and just coasting.
Well, I can remember when I stay home from school, like, you know, like you stay home from school, like you fake sick or something. I can remember like playing hooky and sort of coasting a little bit, and also realizing the feeling that I got out of it. It's just not a good feeling for me to coast. Like some people are not natural coasters. I don't think I'm a natural coaster.
Yeah.
It gives me a-
your anxiety's too high to
Yeah,
coast.
it gives me a weird.
You're always thinking someone's going to find out you're
Yeah.
coasting, but you got to realize that as long as a certain people think, it's all about what people are thinking you're doing. They can't see you.
Okay.
So they think you're working hard, and then you're tricking them to believe that you're there in front of the computer crunching the numbers the whole time.
Right.
But really, you're surfing Facebook. You're looking at the
Yes.
10 different sites. You're doing some Christmas shopping.
You're
do
on Amazon.
You do a couple
Yes.
different. Then you get into some blog. You're reading them. You're
Yeah,
deep
wow,
diving
this
some
is
YouTube.
super
TikTok.
interesting. Wow.
Yeah, and you're like, oh God, it's almost lunch, but it's not almost lunch. It's like 11:15. But you're like,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, I'm just gonna start a little bit early. I'll come back 1.
Have a couple beers on your
1:30.
lunch.
Oh, I can't do that. That lights the fuse.
You come back and then, but you come back and you immediately you're like, I'm sorry, I've been slammed. You always say that in emails.
I'm in the weeds.
Yeah, you're in the weeds. You're always slammed. If you just tell people that,
Wait a
you're like,
minute,
this-
that's what you tell every sponsor that calls you when
You're
you're
like,
late
yeah,
for
it's
a
'cause
meeting.
this guy's working
I was
his ass
reading
off.
the blog.
Yeah, this guy's doing it. So Christine,
Jamie Lee Curtis was a man at one time.
so how are you? You're getting up in the morning. You're going to your office, and are you hitting it hard? Are you, you're listening to some Tom and Dan?
Yeah,
you're in
yeah,
the chat room.
He's in the Twitch chat quite often.
I've seen you in Twitch a couple times.
Yeah. You're doing this, that, and then you do a couple emails. Tell us the truth.
So most of my team is actually on the West Coast. So my mornings are pretty light. I catch up on some emails, I eat lunch, and then I'm in meetings the second half of the day. But because I'm on the East Coast, I can kind of dip out. And I'm like, it's 5 o'clock. Gotta go, guys. So but I do have some team members that are in the UK. So it's just a matter of organizing around everybody's schedules on what they need. I'm in a ton of meetings with Andrea, so making sure I'm available. So I can coast, but I have to be a really good listener, or I have to be really good at improv because I have to have answers queued up for any question that might come my way, whether it's from like a support team member
Yeah, 'cause she's
or from my
tippy-top.
boss or
Yeah.
from the president.
Yeah, because the buck stops up there. Yeah.
Christine,
ooh.
you brought up a great point. To be a good coaster, you got to be a good BSer or improv, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it bull ass. And when someone does ask you a question, your boss or someone in the company,
You immediately reply, "Follow me here."
Nope.
you have to be good at on the fly.
Good prof, man.
Making up some sort of answer to
Business
this
yes
question.
and. It's business yes
Yes,
and.
it is business yes and then if you do that well enough, the boss or
Yeah.
whoever in the
Confident.
company's like,
you have confidence too.
this person must have like really thought about this all day.
He's
Like,
literally pulling it out of his rear
Yeah,
end.
exactly. You know, but that because if
God,
you
it makes Andrea crazy that I do a lot of that. Like I do a lot of rear end pulling.
yeah,
And
you
I do a lot of I forgot about that, but on the spot thought of a better idea than the original idea, and it makes her so mad. And she's like, "I hope you don't think you're some sort of genius." And I'm like, "I don't think I am.
No,
I
a
just
good bull asser.
I procrastinate, and I got a big mouth."
And then you just learn to bull ass, and then so when someone asks you a question, you're like, and the other person's like, "That sounds
But it
about
makes
right."
planners crazy, and one of the things that you and I do have in common is we can pull some bull ass.
And you have to be ultra confident of your bull ass.
I don't have a lot of that, so I can come in with an idea and then I'll hide behind you, and then you poof up the confidence
Like,
real big.
and then I'm like, what he said,
Yeah,
what the
this
M
guy,
word
yeah.
said.
Oh my God.
Well, I say that behind the scenes, not on public.
You weren't little guy.
So Christine, how much bull assing is going on?
So I actually do care about our product. It's also worth millions of dollars. So I have to be really careful because if not, it's going to come down on me if something goes wrong. If we don't hit our revenue metrics for the year, it's going to come down to product, right? Like, why didn't we deliver the thing we said
We
were
would
gonna
never
deliver?
ask
Why
that.
didn't
If
people
ours
find it?
ends, it ends. If there's no why, it's just like all
Revenue
right.
metrics.
Yeah, we all go our separate ways.
Is there any, like, okay,
Yeah, but there's incentive too. So we get bonuses based on how much we make. So I make 20% of my salary based on hitting certain goals. I want that 20% bonus.
Holy crap.
okay, so you
That's
brought it.
money's that motivation.
Yeah, that's that
yeah,
nerd.
yeah.
But nerd
Yeah.
bonuses are crazy, man. They're like, if we get the web numbers up to this, they'll give me $47,000.
You brought up a coaster's worst nightmare, which is commission. Which is because
arch enemy, it's your kryptonite.
Yeah. Because with any good coaster, you want a steady pay that never changes,
Yeah.
and it always comes in the
Yeah.
whatever.
You want one of those jobs. It's like no commission.
Yeah, because then once you bring in commission, then it's disadvantageous for you to just coast. 'cause
Coasting is
you're
the
only-
opposite of
Exactly.
commission.
Yeah. You need a solid paycheck on the 1st and 15th,
Yeah.
no matter what, like revenue
How am, I
metrics.
supposed to, how am I supposed to budget my medical marijuana
Yeah.
if I'm like
Yeah.
if it's revenue based on my commission? I can't do this.
So, Christine, like, what are we talking? How much is a piece of equipment, like one machine? Because that'll probably blow our minds, right?
They're many millions of dollars.
And do they last,
A
like,
single machine.
with every,
You can get about 700 MRIs out of each machine.
So follow me with this.
I don't know. I'm making things up. I was good proving.
But Crystal bought me a TV like 4 years ago.
You're still bitching about that damn TV. This thing is a stick in his craw,
It
man.
was 75 inch. It was the best thing I ever got for football. I was
Yeah.
like, this is the best gift you ever
Wait,
got.
you
me.
got a 75?
I got
a 78, I thought.
No, I got a little bit bigger than you.
I have a 72. He's right. I have a 72.
And,
this mother effer.
And then she spent like $2,400 on this damn thing. And it was a grift from a friend, a Sony buddy. of ours.
Wait, she did a grift? Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, we all did. I did it too. You get the Sony hookup.
But and then now you can buy the same size TV at Sam's Club
$316
for like $600. I think 75 is like maybe 850 or something. But anyway, it's way
Man,
cheaper.
poor people got like 85s now and 90s.
No, I know.
I got to step up my game. These poor people got 90s.
Yeah. And
Should've
so
hit that Cyber Monday.
but then with this medical equipment, like these MRI machines and all this, like they're millions of dollars, but they'll keep them for we bought this MRI machine in 2010, and then I'm like,
Well, you got to update the firmware and the software and everything, right?
But like, could you buy the same machine for, a quarter of the price? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it go the way of a TV? Is it like change that much?
Oh, like a tube versus.
I don't think so.
It's just like the MRI machine in 2010 cost $3 million, but now that same machine is it, 500 grand? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it?
You don't want old, outdated equipment.
Well, it's everywhere. It's all old.
Hey,
outdated.
cancer's cancer. They'll find it.
So how does that work?
So it's probably more like Dan's Tesla. So that's the hardware, right? So you have the Tesla, and I run the software. So I'm the one that's sending out all of the updates, the warnings. Is it in recall? Does it need it? Is there something going wrong with the battery? So in order for the hardware component to be maintained, we send all of the alerts to make sure that you're doing the maintenance on it so that you can have it last a really long time. You can interchange the parts, or part of what I do is I run calculations on the degradation of the actual laser, so you know when to replace the laser and when it's no longer performing effectively. So we run quality analysis. There are parts that you can put in to simulate the human body. It'll run the scatter of that laser out, and it will let you know if you would be able to perform an effective treatment for a given type of cancer on a body part.
Here's a
the
fun
machine will then
fact.
send that back through the software, and we'll let you know if it's good or not, or if you need a replacement.
Here's a fun fact, Tom. I don't know if you know this, but cleaning an MRI machine is exactly the same as cleaning a tanning bed. Same chemicals, same wiping procedures, everything. It's exactly the same.
So, Christine, this may be awkward because Christine works at the same company Andrea does, right? So, Andrew's listening.
she's your
Well,
boss.
different company,
Oh, okay.
but
Same
under
thing.
the same umbrella. Is that right, Christine? Did I get that sort of right?
Yeah, I work for the corporate parent.
Right, and she works for a different.
Yeah, so it may be awkward for Christine to
Probably she could just say, "No, I'm not going to tell you that." Or like,
say her
go-
salary,
yeah,
but as
go
so
She
past-
is missing her commission for getting us a drinking hole or watering hole.
A drinking hole. Hold on.
You know, same thing.
Semantics Drinking Hole. She's got her own website. It's go to semanticsdrinkingholes.com.
You don't want to look at that website.
I got your
I do want to look at it.
I got your 20% coming in the mail. But what's your salary, Christine?
So I don't make commission, I make a bonus. So I do make a steady paycheck every 2 weeks. And I, without giving exact numbers, I am easy 6 figures.
No, okay.
Easy six.
Easy
That's a
six.
big easy
Yeah, yeah.
six.
That might be double sixes.
That's 115.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
I'm like way over 6 figures.
I would probably double that.
She got insulted and she slapped her face. She got insulted. She pulled out her big veiner. She pulled out a big veiner and whacked it across her cheeks.
Yeah. It's always
Holy moly! You just got slapped.
It's always a little bit of a neg when the BDMs make more money than I do, or we all.
I
do.
like it when
It's like-
okay. I don't know.
It doesn't seem like that should happen.
I
right?
think you and I have sort of the same thing, but like in different sides of it, because I think it's very sexy when women make a lot of money, and I know you're intimidated by it, but I think it also turns you on. And for me, I think it's like I love it when successful women are
There's nothing to do
sexy
with
as hell.
Women or men, I'm just saying, like they are a supporter of the show, and they listen to us, and they make more than us.
Well, you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so
That's
they
awkward.
should.
Like
So
I
if
always
you-
listen to someone that makes more than
If you
me.
make more than us, you should stop listening to the show. Is that what you're saying?
Please don't.
Well,
They're the ones that pay us.
No, I know,
Yeah, you're
but
the
it would
ones
be
that we need.
like I make more than these guys I listen to. But you should, in entertainment, the entertainer should always be the rich
starving
one.
artist. Starving
Yeah,
artist.
yeah.
Starving artist.
Yeah, but that's at the beginning. They're starving at the beginning.
Oh,
like,
we're still starving.
Yeah.
but then-
We're still starving like
Yeah.
we ever been.
like, but then they surpass you, and you can never reach them. And then that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the entertainer, and then the listener or the viewer is supposed to make less than the entertainer.
Yeah,
That
well,
doesn't
you
work
know,
right.
It's different now. We got different
Is it
pronouns
different?
for everybody. You
Well,
know, people are gender fluid. It's a different time, man.
Christine, thanks so much for doing a Weird Job Wednesday. Congratulations on being rich, working from home.
And being
You
so,
got it.
Being
God,
so
she did
smart
it.
and beautiful
Yeah, yeah.
with a lovely family. She has the most attractive family you'll ever see, too. Every single person in her family is like a supermodel. and
That's
it's-
actually true.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we were going to interview someone who did overnight laundromat, which is, I mean, if you were
Yeah.
comparing jobs,
Yeah.
with overnight laundromat
Quite the spectrum.
to multiple six-figure Christine work from home, make her sandwich every day. Oh, man. People got it worse. All right, Christine, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank
See ya.
you. See ya. Tell your family we said hey. She is so awesome. We're
was
lucky
wondering-
to have her as a friend. I don't know why she listens to the program.
I know.
Good
Yeah,
Lord.
like,
You should definitely be listening to some sort of smarty podcast or something.
yeah, I always end up insulting her in some way at
Yeah.
events. She
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
to every event.
Yeah,
and
they're like, who are you again?
Well,
No,
we're her
Yeah.
clowns. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I think we are her clowns. This is a
Yeah.
dinner for schmucks scenario.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
okay with that. If everybody in Orlando and the surrounding areas, plus all of our worldwide and North America listeners, like look at us like a dinner for schmuck scenario, I'm
Yeah.
completely okay with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It
If
doesn't
this
matter
is
to
your
me.
fish tank, I'm glad you enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Feed me. Look at me.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
that. Look at that. It's still hanging out. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
wiggle it out of my. I'm like a goldfish. I'm trying to wiggle it out. It's still hanging out.
Yeah. We'll take it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but
Like we're also the guys that don't care if our wives make more money than us. Not threatened by any of that. Like not at all.
Although I wish she made more.
Yes.
Yeah. Every day I'm like,
Yeah. I want Andrea to follow in Christine's footsteps so I can quit.
sometimes like I drop the kids off, I go home to doo-doo, and then I'm like, look at the bedroom. She went back to sleep. You're back to sleep.
You poop while she's sleeping?
Well, no, I
And you
mean,
sit there and you peek around the corner and you look at her
This
mad?
house-
no, I
He
surprise
peeks around
her, and then she gets out of bed. And she's like, "I'm not sleeping." I'm like,
I-
"Yes,
I'm
you
not
are. I see
sleeping.
you."
I'm just warm in the bed with my face.
Anyway, all right. We'll be right back.
Come on in, buddy.
Y'all are so good at riffing.
Good to see you, man.
Well, I hope so. Because that's what we do.
All we do. Is that two?
Yes.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Good to see you.
I got to get into character here, and I almost showed up to your door in character.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm so glad
I did say that you were Fat Farm Santa Claus.
Make yourself at home. Make yourself at home and get ready, whatever you need to. You're not on camera, so I won't spoil the reveal. I do need to get in line with Tom, though.
Yeah, me too.
You may, ladies first. I'll go last. How you been?
Me?
Yeah,
Good.
you're good? Good.
Yeah, it was really good to see you at the beer fest.
Yeah, man, that was a really fun.
You guys crushed it with that event.
I needed that one, and it was really fun. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. That's a. I'm gonna turn the air down a little bit too. You're sweating, and
I'm gonna be hot because I'm in this damn sweater. But
It's all right. Hold on. I'm going to turn this down for you because I'm hot too. I'm going through and I'm wiping the Nest this weekend, and I'm just going to reprogram it from jump because it's all fucking schizophrenic and weird. This morning it was like on 68 and freezing me and Tom out of here. We were talking. We turned it off. I come back from the Publix. It's 80. What the fuck is happening? But yeah, thank you. I love the Beer Fest. It's my favorite event. It's a weird one too because it's like a zero net. You know, we're just trying to get to zero on it.
I think it's crazy y'all did.
And we think it's crazy too, and we try to build it in, and it's becoming increasingly harder to build it in with the amount of money that we don't look at it as a waste, but we do have to get sponsors to prop it up. So we have wonderful sponsors like Mo, like Three Mavens. Like who else was helping us with the Beer Fest? I'm blanking on our who propped it up.
American Air.
And then you
Fairvilla Precision.
Fairvilla. So you worry, yeah, the Precision guys are great. So you worry though that he has to juggle these plates, and also they're not gonna sponsor everything. I wish they could, but yeah, it was great. I enjoyed.
I've heard the band too, Oklahoma.
Oh, they're great. They're so great.
Dude, that's great. Is that just a local Sanford band?
They've
Orlando based, but they've been around for like I want to say 8 years or
Yeah,
so.
they've been coming on the show for a while now, and but they've gone on tours and stuff. But primarily, I think they play most of their shows local.
Tried to find their stuff on Amazon Music and I couldn't. All right.
Oh, it's I believe it's on there. I know it's on Spotify.
Does it look
Drew,
like
you're
Santa?
embarrassing me.
It doesn't look like Santa?
That looks like God appropriation. Hold on, should I put it on the camera? Here, so everybody can see Santa Drew. Oh wow, that's good, dude. This is good.
That's perfect.
That looks really good.
And my I kind of blend into the couch with my sweater.
Yeah, you do. We had the opposite problem with Jay Farrow last week. We were trying to 2 weeks ago, trying to light him up, and we couldn't.
You seem pretty cool.
Very cool. All right, let me go to the restroom. Keep making Tom uncomfortable. He won't talk to you this entire segment.
Hey, Tom.
Hey,
Hey.
Talk as Santa, though. Don't
Oh
talk
yeah.
as Drew.
get
So
in
I thought about
character.
that, and I was like, I can't hold the Santa the entire bit, so it's not going to
All right.
I want you to try.
You'll have bits and spurts of it. I think it's the glasses that really make the... This is what $12 can get you on Amazon.
Wow, somebody in the chat got it right on the money.
What?
They said it looks like Drew spent a whole $12 on that wig and
Get the
beard.
hell out. Yeah, they did nail it. I wonder if they researched it. This is going to be the tricky part. I'm gonna make my ear holes visible.
You can put it over the hair.
Yeah.
That's what I do sometimes.
Hey. You would know.
Yeah. They want to know if it's a Mrs. Claus wig. It is a bit long for a Santa, I feel like.
It is Santa, but there is like this cheap, almost paper hat that goes on top, and you'd have to pin it on. So I think the hat would like
Smush it a little.
Yeah, temper the hair a little bit. Because it is a little like
It's a
Zeused
little
out.
Outruley
Moses
here.
a little bit. I think it could be a couple things.
I love the glasses. It's a good look. Hello, Tom. It's me, Santa Claus.
All right, let's do this.
Been avoiding eye contact the whole time.
Yeah, he will. He will. I think I saved that. What was that one?
Wednesday, too.
Wednesday, yeah, I did. Okay, just double checking. All right. Does this say start?
Yep, Thursday 1.
I'll start. Here we
Okay.
go. 3, 2. Welcome to another A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. And by looking in her eyes, I can tell right now she is urging you to go to tomanddan.com, sign up to be a BDM, get extra shows, extra parties, and be part of one of the coolest and most fun podcasting groups I can even think of. There.
Well, I can think
It's
of
the
a
only one I
couple
can think.
more fun.
Like,
I'm
there
not
may be-
fun at all.
Yeah, you're a lot of fun. You're not fun right now.
I'll be at Toll Road
Yes,
on Friday
yes, you will.
in Ocoee at 7 p.m. If you want to come have a beer with me or just a hangout, we're just be drinking some delicious Toll Road Brewing beers in Ocoee.
Yes.
So I'll be there at 7 p.m. if you want to come hang out with me for the night. And if you live around there, please
It's
come by.
also what they're calling Teacher's Recess Night. It's $1 off draft pints from 3 to 6.
Oh,
with proof of
really?
educator ID.
Miss Crabapple gonna put her boobies
Hey.
out.
Well, I'll be there at 7. No, no fun. No dollar off for you.
Happy hour's done.
These people, Canadian Josh is sending me how much money he made last year, and it blew my goddamn
Everybody's
mind.
making
yeah.
more money than you?
They're all sending it to
I'm,
me.
I'm about to move up there just for health
Man,
insurance.
Canadian
I forgot
ambulance
the
driver, all rich.
He's an ambulance driver?
Yeah. Canadian Josh, ambulance driver.
He's
He,
high on mushrooms all the time.
yeah, hold on.
That's what he told me.
Better life.
Josh, that figure you sent me, how much taxes, Canadian taxes, are taken out
They
of
don't
that?
take taxes.
They
in
don't have
Canada.
taxes?
Yeah, there's no taxes
Well,
there.
they're double the taxes.
Yeah,
That's
they-
what my pop-up
They
Double
told
the
me.
fun.
do. They probably do. You need to talk about the elephant in the room, or I'm going to freak out because I don't know what the
Okay.
hell is happening there. But Santa Claus is on the couch.
Yeah. Okay. Is there an intro to this?
Yeah, he wrote a
Okay.
Merry Christmas
Oh,
intro.
God.
On the couch with us is one of the strangest guests we ever have on the show, but one of my personal favorites. It is our good friend, A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan Trivia Drew, ACT Trivia Drew. Drew, welcome to the program.
Ho, 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 ho.
And
Hi.
he's dressed as Santa Claus.
He forgot the last hoe.
I don't know how many hoes there are.
Hey!
Hoe
here-
train, bring
Let's
it back.
play his new song, which is always recorded on his phone. Here it is, his ACT Trivia Drew's holiday theme song.
Oh yeah. ACT trivia, it's Christmas time, you see. Santa's here with his big white beard and his glass so he can see. Yeah. ACT trivia, I hope you guess it right. Get it right. Joy to all, kiss my jingle balls, and all Merry Christmas, good night. Good night.
This segment brought to you by...
I figured out what it is. Drew has this awkward energy.
Oh, man, it's so
that-
awkward. Big awkward energy.
But it,
BAE.
Bae.
Yeah.
You my bae.
it like repels me like a magnet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Like when you put them together and there's that weird force that wants to flip the magnets upside down.
Because you know how I'm awkward by accident around people.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's by accident.
No, it's-
But
That's
okay.
just your personality.
Yeah, like so Drew has a little bit of that, and then it's like two
Yeah.
of the same magnet where we're like he's putting on the thing, he does the music, and it's all like making me
It's
awkward.
You're
yeah. It's like, I'm just saying.
looking in a mirror here.
yeah. I told you, I like people that are like me. I am not.
He hates himself. He hates anyone like him.
No, I don't hate him. It just
What's in my life?
It's like oil and water. It's a, like it's
No, it's Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson. You're looking at the same person. It's Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror.
Yeah, well, he's like,
He's
oh,
about
God.
to punch that mirror like he did at Tiffany's.
Oh my
sleepover.
God, you're both pedophiles and your noses are falling off.
What have I done? Anyway, how you doing, Drew?
I'm really good. Before we got started, we were talking about your beer fest, and I was there. It was really cool, but I did make an observation
Yeah.
when y'all went out in the crowd. Dan, you were so good at working the crowd and like mixing and mingling.
Chirping.
Tom, do you feel like you get stuck in like one conversation?
He gets other people stuck
I
in
pull
one
myself away.
conversation.
I pull myself
Yeah.
away and I get out of situations that and once you get him, like if he's walking to the stage like this is how he walks. And if somebody goes, hey, druggie, he'll turn and then it's done. And then I have to come get him.
Yeah.
Yellow Bill hat guy and you. I don't. You for like 40 minutes. It seemed like y'all were hanging.
Oh, yeah. He's
Well, I
talking
don't want
about-
to disappoint the
He's
person.
talking about fiddly figs and he's
No,
talking about
no.
giving him the full fiddle.
It's just that
man.
when you're talking to me, I appreciate you coming to the beer fest. You support it, like so. I don't want to
I'm going
be.
to give you 40 minutes.
No, I don't want to be the person that's like, oh, I gotta go, and then the person feels like, oh, I didn't mean to hold,
But there's
they
like
don't.
10 people around you waiting to take a picture with you.
No, I know, but that first person got me.
Most
so,
important.
and
Yeah,
it's
you gotta
done.
get him first. You
Yeah.
gotta get him first.
So then,
It's just like YouTube. You got to get on the video and write the N-word before anybody else does, and then you win.
would you just stand around and watch me, Drew?
He wanted to
Like,
talk to you, probably. Is that,
Oh.
You can be honest with me. Did you want to talk to Tom?
No,
But that guy took all your time. The yellow brim hat man.
Well, maybe, but no, really. I feel like you guys are like kind of at work in that moment, so I want to give you space.
We are. I'm glad you did that because
Yeah.
if you'd come up to me at that time, I would have probably had you escorted off the property.
Drew, do you do that thing that I used to do where I was like an intern on a radio show, and then when I first started going out, like I'd go out to the events, the radio shows,
Talk in the
events,
corner and smoke a cigarette.
and then like I'm in the corner or whatever, no one recognizes me yet because I know the bear suit or something like, and then
go put on my super suit.
so when I'm talking to someone that's at the event, I work in that I'm the person. So then they're like, "Oh, you're that person," and
Right,
then,
and then they
I'm
get on the
famous.
mic. Then they get on the mic and then they have the DJ announce you.
So did you work in your trivia, Drew? To
Too
any-
nervous to do that. I'd be embarrassed if they didn't know me. One person did see me or did recognize me though.
Did he?
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you're Trivia Drew.
It was a lady and her, I think, boyfriend, and it did get kind of like, "You gonna hang out with us tonight?" conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened. That happened to
Are
me
you
too.
serious?
Yeah, I had to scooch.
They usually
You had to
Now I need to know
scooch?
who was.
You scooch that lady?
No, that-
Waterfall
Scoot your-
lifestyle?
Oh.
when I was in Jamaica, a lot of the radio listeners wanted me to bang
Hey,
their
ma-
wives while they
hey,
watch
man,
it. What's that guy's name?
Let me watch you drunk in my wife.
yeah. That was true. And it like they were more. They wanted. Like they didn't want to ask the actual show personalities, but they were down to ask the interns.
I
Yeah.
had
Because there's a disrespect.
Oh,
that,
man.
Like,
I had
come
a-
bang my
I've
wife.
been asked many a time on a cruise.
I had a disgusting mustache of a creature ask me to put my hand down his wife's bongos one time in an elevator, and
You did it,
I
though.
did it, and I did it. Because you know what? Because I am much like DeSantis, I am gonna lead us out of this, and I'm gonna make things better.
All right, Drew. So what do we got? I imagine that there's.
Oh, we played his theme song. You sure you don't want to hear it again?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Well, of course, I've been listening to all your episodes over the last week, and I even got one that's a little older than that because it was a really funny thing that was said on there. So we got 7 questions we're going to go through.
Okay.
All right.
Are we ready to jump in?
Sure. Yeah. We're always ready.
And if you remember how this works, I give you a hint to the answer at the beginning. So that's really important to remember that
Okay.
hint after you get the question.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Hint, not secret. On Tuesday's episode titled Business Beard, the gang discussed how Tom's chicken legs could create enough friction to tear holes in his underwear. Dan said his thighs are so close together he has to lubricate them with what?
Dan.
Yes.
Orville Redenbacher's popcorn flavored popping oil.
Popcorn
Or
butter.
Flavored popcorn oil.
Popcorn butter is correct.
Yeah!
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, I'm on the board.
You're
Well, I
board.
buttered myself up this morning.
I knew I smelled butter.
Yeah, that's me.
All
Gotta
right.
oil my thighs.
Oh, and it is Christmas time.
You gotta
He's
dusty-
got a gun! One of these days it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, not with me. You trust me.
That's what they all
That's what they all
say.
say. That's what-
that is not true.
That's the famous last words.
That's what BTK said.
yeah.
All right,
Oh, they're
so
wrapped.
Samantha,
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a wrap gun.
Stop.
you've been good this year. I want you to know Santa's been watching. You've been good.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna.
Do I have to sit on your lap? This is getting weird.
But if I'm being honest, throughout
Wait,
the
I'd
year,
watch that. Hold on a second.
I would too.
If you guys just start, I'm just gonna be on record as saying, if Samantha got over there and she started doing it with Santa Claus,
It's been a weird day.
and this is not my life, and I would just turn the cameras off and I would sit here quietly, and I'm just typing.
But we leave the volume on.
but you've also been naughty at times.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If we're being honest.
Uh-huh.
But Santa doesn't worry about your past. He's worried about your present. Merry
Ah.
Wow.
Do I
Long way to
open
go.
this
God
now,
damn it.
or
Yes,
do I wait?
It's Jeff Howell's illegitimate son.
Yeah, open it now.
Okay. I got
Okay.
2 gifts here.
Wow.
Let's see.
It's
I
a
got-
gun!
I have a Toy Tunes Play Harmonica.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I want you to play his harmonica.
Start
Yeah, I know
get
what
back
that
in the
means.
fan. And then we have also a Toy Tunes kazoo.
Wow.
And it says just hum.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
yeah,
I know
knew
what this is. Horny Santa.
I did
wants
not
a
know
gum
it.
job.
I didn't realize it said that. That's actually unintentional.
Yeah. Hold on, you got a harmonica and a kazoo.
So things to blow.
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
No, I should have
Write that
rethought this. I should have. But what I was thinking was,
Wait till what you get.
if you want, you can open them in throughout the bit. If there's
Okay.
things that work, and you think we're doing a good job, happy kazoo. If it's bad and you're
This
not liking
mother
it,
effer's on drunk.
I know.
He's like, if the bit's good, blow the kazoo. If it's bad, do the harmonica.
Sad harmonica.
I
Sad
was cursing.
harmonica.
You're,
Sad
you're an
harmonica.
insane
Okay.
person.
yeah.
You're crazier than crazy
He,
Kratom
he
Carey.
legitimately wrapped them too.
You're
which is not necessary.
crazier. You're crazier than
Yeah,
Remy. You're crazier
Crazier
than
than Seth?
anyone. You're crazier than Bob Lando and Supergirl Jen. The origin.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Yeah, you'll notice those were made in China. That's because Santa's
All the
little
lead paint, yeah.
Santa's little helpers didn't make it through 2020. So
All right, I forgot he's got.
Good.
I forgot he's got
That was
jokes.
in a
It goes dark.
Wuhan flu joke.
no,
Well, you can blame the Chinese on that.
it wasn't COVID. It was North Polio. Anyways, question number 2.
Wait. It doesn't even work.
It's just a hot.
What was that?
Oh wait.
Barely works.
That's what Santa wants. Give Santa the hot breath. Santa loves the hot breath.
Damn it.
Just hum. All right.
Okay. Good Lord.
Ugh.
Next question.
Okay. Hint. Let me get this straight. On Wednesday's episode titled Smoking Batteries, Tom talked about how much he loves cutting corners. He then said a common phrase incorrectly. What was it?
I say so many.
Yeah, you
Things
say a lot.
incorrectly.
Don't pull the wool over my legs.
Let me get this straight. Cutting corners.
God, my wife yells at me all the time for. I tell her like I'm just talking out loud. She's like, thinking out loud, you idiot. If you're talking, if talking is out loud, you're something's
No,
wrong
but
with
that's
you.
what we say
You're
here.
disabled.
No, we say that here as a joke. We'll just say, look, I'm just talking out loud. It's a joke. And you've gotten used to saying it here. I say it
Okay.
too, but it doesn't make you stupid. It's just,
God,
it's a funny thing
like
to
I should
say.
know this.
It's like saying working hard or hardly working. It's one of those. So you know what?
Right,
We're men and we say
right.
those things. And if you can't accept it, you're the problem.
It's something. Was it something about cutting corners?
I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. Tom.
Yes.
I said as the bird flies.
Correct.
Yeah. As the crow flies. No, you're supposed to hum. You know how to do a kazoo?
No, I guess not.
Hum along. Go.
Which side do I
Big
blow?
side. Put big side in.
Big side
Yeah,
in.
big side in. And then you go. No, you gotta hum. You can't blow. There you go. It just vibrates the wax paper inside. There you go.
Don't look at me, Tom.
He can't look at you.
I was just staring at the
Do
light.
what you normally do.
All right, Dan's got one. Tom's got one.
And there's a
Okay.
bonus question here.
Oh.
Quickly, Dan said, it's not as a bird flies, it's as the crow flies. What did Tom say next?
I know where the crow flies.
I'm going to give you credit. I know how the crow flies.
All
right.
Wow.
All right.
I think the best we've ever done with this trivia.
So everybody's got a point.
Yeah.
I usually get skunked because I don't care, but I'm back into caring.
All right.
Next hint. Better not call Mo. On the Friday free show titled Never Go Full Tang, Seth was back with one good, one bad. Who did you choose for the sponsor of this segment?
Okay, I remember I pivoted off of Mo because I knew this was gonna go bad.
I don't know. Did we say Seth's dad?
No.
Was it? Did I go watering holes?
No.
Well, it wasn't a real one. It was a made-up one, right? Funny one, or a real
Was
client?
it the jungle?
Like, was it? No, tell us.
The answer, no one. You said the first time in history
No,
that you decided to go
no.
nobody.
Yeah, that's
no
right.
one.
You got mad. I really should listen to our show. Yeah, that one I can't help you with because that one is a blow. But the kazoo you're supposed to hum.
Yeah. All right, Drew. Next question.
Sorry, there's a bonus one on this one. What did Seth say he was screaming at the AC repairman during his story?
Do you know who I am?
Ah,
Dan, do you know who I am?
No.
Oh.
Well,
kind of.
there was one thing, then you all repeated it multiple times.
Oh God. Yeah.
He said, I was screaming blank.
I'm on the radio.
Oh no, I remember. We kept doing it.
Yeah. God.
I kept screaming at his set. Yeah, this is why I could never do stand up because I can't remember nothing. I can't remember nothing. I say something and then people are like, oh, why don't you hone that joke? I'm like, can't hone it. Forgot it. Don't even know what I
I already
said.
lost
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
You need to hold on to it.
Well,
to
here,
hone.
I'll tell it to you again, and then you re-say it. Can't do that. I can't do it.
Let's just make up a new thing.
Yeah, I'm moving on.
It's a little less funny every single time.
Every single time until I die.
That's how it goes. So
It was funny, though, but I can't
Yeah,
remember
it was
what
good.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Citizens Arrest. No, it was like something like...
Sovereign citizen.
Yeah.
It was. I have a big voice. Is
I
that
don't know.
what it-
Yeah, what was it?
Logic!
Yeah, Logic.
Oh.
Yeah,
God
we
damn
kept
it.
screaming Logic.
Why did he scream Logic?
I don't even know.
I'll have to go back and listen to it. It was a lot funnier at the time.
I think he was trying to say he was speaking logic, like logical terms to him, but then we took it into a way of...
You know what's funny is that it holds up in the chat room. We are so jaded by all of the things that we say and the fact that we've done this so long. They all said Logic. Like, I didn't
No,
look at
they
that.
knew it.
I
Yeah.
deliberately don't look at that. There you go. Nice
You gotta
job.
blow really hard.
Hey, I deliberately didn't look over there because I want to play, but they all got it. So that
Yeah,
makes me
yeah,
feel
yeah.
better.
I
That makes
think
me feel better.
because what we're doing on the show is
We're in the moment saying it. They're listening, so you retain it better if you're listening.
Yeah,
than when
exactly.
you're saying
We're being the worst human to ever talk to outside of this, where they are never listening to you. They're just waiting to speak. And I think that's what
you're
we're
right.
always
We've
doing.
trained ourselves to be bad
it.
listeners.
It's all improv.
We're just thinking, what can I say next, instead of listening to anything we each of us say.
I'm just listening for when I can interrupt you.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. All right, next question.
So I will say we're 3 questions in, and we've still got a tie game here, everyone with 1 point.
Okay.
Now, this one was from a week, Thursday, a week prior. It was a while ago, but I just thought it was so
man.
funny. I have to add it. Hint, Big Willie style. On Thursday's episode titled Still Bad at Business, you had a conversation with the news junkies regarding a Ron DeSantis flag and what it would look like. Sabrina said it would have big white boots on it. What did Dan say he thought the flag would look like?
Dan,
Yeah.
you'd be slapping a mask off of a child.
Yeah.
Wow, you got it back.
I got it back.
I didn't listen to that.
Yeah.
Here's your memory back.
Because I very much love that press conference where he's like, you got a mask on, you're an idiot. He's getting them good. He's like, you're standing back there, you look like a fool.
That's a funny joke.
And
I
how
missed
old
that
are
one.
you? What are you, 14 years old? I'm going to belittle you on TV. I'm a grown-ass man. Yeah, the whole thing is just wrong in so many different ways, but you
What
did
was
it.
that?
You did it. She did it.
She's getting better.
I
She
was
is
laughing.
Oh, that's the mummy. That's the sound the mummy makes.
All right.
All right, keep going.
So Dan's got 2.
Yeah,
All right.
Dan is in the lead now. He's got 2. Tom 1. Sam 1. Tom, I've been watching you this year too,
Whoa.
and I've noticed that quite often you talk about how much you hate memes.
Oh.
Well, Santa doesn't like memes either. He's more into GIFs.
I don't know what this means. I don't know what's happening. Oh, there it is.
Happy. Merry Christmas, Thomas.
Wow. Wait a minute. I get the question right? Do you hand Tom a present? Is that how this
How it
works?
works.
This game sucks.
Santa's
All
dirty.
right. What kind of garbage is this?
Yes.
What'd you get, buddy?
All right. You gave
What do
me.
you got? Oh, a slingshot.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
You know what? That is some Van Boy hijinks right there.
Old Huckleberry Finn
Yeah,
slingshot.
Max Van can put that in his back pocket and shoot your skylight out.
So vintage toy slingshot.
Have your boys shoot the raccoons with acorns.
Listen, my wife is Max gets mad when I kill bugs now. It's absurd. Like, it's insane. Here we go. Hold on.
Yeah, you gotta
How many bugs you killing
Yeah,
over
you
there?
gotta fix that.
Well, just there's like some sort of spider walking around the bathroom. I'm
Yeah,
stomping
you smash
it. Then Max like, don't.
Why is he in the bathroom with you?
Well, we're always in the bathroom
He
nude
sits-
for some
he
reason.
stands on his knees
I have to
while
take
he's
their
taking a
pants
dump.
All right, what do we
You don't
got
have
here?
your kids stand on your legs while you're taking a poop?
All right, here we go.
Who wrapped this? Good Lord.
Rip it open.
Okay, so we got
What is
some
that?
sort of knockoff ninja wall climber.
Oh, yeah, those are highly racist. Highly racist.
Hold on, their eyes.
Yeah,
oh
it
my
also
God,
says
their eyes.
He got all this from the Dollar Tree.
On the bottom, in quotes, it says, me Chinese, me play joke. I don't think that's good.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna open and throw one at the wall.
Well, you could use your
they'll stay in our
slingshot.
walls.
Oh, slingshot
Use your
one on the wall.
slingshot.
Oh, is that what it's for?
Yeah, like he's mad you didn't put two and two together. Use your slingshot, you idiot.
Duh.
All right, here we go.
You can watch this all at twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live or on YouTube. Just search at Tom and Dan Live.
Okay, start off with the next question.
Yeah,
Ready?
next
Get this-
question.
All right. Category or hint. Very good. On Friday's episode titled Microdosing, Canadian Josh talked about microdosing with mushrooms. He said it helps smooth out the ruts in his brains. Tom said, "What if I wanted to make more ruts?" Then Dan said what?
Oh, God.
I remember this
Yeah, I do
conversation.
too, yeah.
And
Very good.
did Tom?
Yeah.
Did he say I wanted to smooth my brain out like an egg?
No.
All right.
I like the guess.
I don't know.
Are you saying very good or very good?
I'm saying Barry.
With a B.
With a B.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
you broke it.
He broke the ninja.
You broke the.
He broke the man in half.
How
Why-
did you break the?
Its legs are hard. Why are the legs hard? I thought the whole thing was supposed to be gummy, so it's stuck to the wall.
Yeah. I don't even know if one will stick.
All right, hold on.
Oh, we're trying to stick these gummy ninjas to the wall. This is great radio.
It's the end of the year.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's gonna go
Be
right through the
careful.
window.
Santa's scared.
Don't shoot
Watch
it in
your
my face.
eyeballs,
Yeah, watch it.
everyone.
Hold
Safety
your
glasses
ears,
on.
folks. It's showtime.
Okay.
Here we
Here he
go.
goes.
I
Oh,
can't
this is
look.
gonna-
You're aiming for me.
Oh, he's gonna blast it good.
He's going to blast a wig off.
It's
stuck to his
falling
hand.
apart.
Oh,
Goddamn
that's
garbage.
Cancer stuck
Yeah,
to
you
your
got
hand.
cancer. You gotta. Oh, that's disgusting. All right, next question.
No one knows.
No, he said, "Yeah, I want it like Captain Crunch. Oops, all ruts."
Man, that wasn't even funny.
That was funny.
Oh, okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I
Giggled in
didn't-
my car about
Okay,
that.
well, I'm glad I forgot that one.
Oops,
right.
all ruts.
All right, next
All right.
question.
Number 6, second to last questions. We're almost there. Number 6, hint, big red stripper. On Monday's episode titled Threw Out My Back Brain, you talked with Dino, the hot sauce man. He went over the ingredients in his blueberry hot sauce. What ingredient did Tom say was his stripper name?
I feel like Jasmine was involved.
Big red stripper.
Big red stripper.
Peppermint swirl.
Yeah, you do look like a peppermint swirl. Yeah,
I remember the joke.
I don't know.
Started off so strong.
Yeah, we lost interest.
Fizzled out real
Started
quick.
going
I'm gonna be
downhill.
real with you. We're about 8. We're only good for about 8 minutes of you.
Yeah.
I'm just giving it to
We're
you
good
straight.
for 5 questions.
Yeah.
fair.
All right. Go ahead and give us the answer.
Vietnamese cinnamon.
Oh, hey.
No way that Tom
Yeah.
said Vietnamese correctly.
I think you did. Yeah.
No,
I think you did.
all I said is that's my stripper.
Yeah,
Ah,
because
okay.
Dino said Vietnamese cinnamon,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
said that's my
That's my
stripper
stripper
name.
name.
And you know what I thought of at that time? The Razor Blade Show.
Oh yeah.
But
So
that's
was that ever-
Thailand. That's Thailand.
Yeah, yeah. It's all
Do they still do the old Razor Blade shows? Do you know what I'm talking
That was
about?
a myth.
No, it was not. I have a video.
It's like Donkey Show in Mexico.
No, it was real. There's a video that I was gifted when I worked, when I first started working in radio, that showed this lady was like she was like some sex doctor that would come on all these stupid radio shows, and she went to Thailand and interviewed a lot of these ladies that do the sex tricks there.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
all real. It's like magic, but you're just using your
I mean,
your
we can
genitals.
ask Brendan. He's watched it, right?
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
I don't think I could watch it.
But what is
Nothing happens. It's just it
No.
just looks dangerous, but it's
Yeah.
So like a magician, they swallow a bunch of needles, then they pull it out of the throat. And
it's
then
like
it's
that.
Like a
but
string,
but
like,
this is razor blades,
okay,
and I'm not gonna. I'll just leave it at that.
All right.
There is a bonus here.
Okay.
When Dino mentioned a pepper called Trinidad Scorpion, what did Tom say?
Finish him. Trinidad Scorpion.
He did that to his wife last night,
That's funny.
good.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
All right.
but we know he did.
That's my drug dealer.
Yeah, we only have a couple of.
yeah.
It's the same garbage response every time.
I did that to my wife. That's my
Yeah.
stripper name.
That's my rap name.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
new dance I do.
Yeah, that's my breakdancer name.
Yeah, exactly.
That works for a couple. We don't know, Drew.
That's my bookie's name.
Oh,
Trinidad Scorpion. I like that. I like
That's it.
that.
I forgot that one.
Yeah, Bookie's pretty good.
Now, we'll say.
He's gotta go.
do I get the go?
Wait, does Dan
Last
get good?
question.
No,
of course
I,
he does.
I've been bad. I get
no,
cold.
Dan has
Oh,
been
okay.
great this year.
Oh, thank you. Drew.
Yeah, you've been great. You've been taking care of Dansby.
Dansby, soon to be renamed Guy Fieri.
Cutting back on your drinking.
I have. Yep.
So I'm gonna grab my sack and give you something to suck on. Here you go.
All right. Okay. It's Dum Dums candy canes.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, these are good. Amazing.
Well,
I
Daniel
love
got the best prize.
I know.
Because
He
you
got
a bunch
broken
of-
toys. Mine don't
these.
work either.
You guys got a bunch of trash, and I got like name brand.
Getting better.
I got name brand candy canes. I'll give you one, Sam.
Yeah, you can
All
share
right.
those.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
we're going into the last question here, so we're
lightning
gonna
round.
wrap it up. And we still have Dan with the lead and best
Yep,
gift. Look at
All
that.
right.
All right, number 7. I will say this before I ask it. I do realize that I'm making these questions, Sam.
Uh-huh.
I do a lot of what they're saying, and I don't do a lot of what you're saying.
That's fine. No one listens to me.
I do. This one's
All
for
right.
you.
Okay.
Oh wow, Santa's really horny.
Oh, no one's gonna know this one.
That was just like, he's like, just touch it, please.
I listen to you.
White pubes.
What's your real name?
Yeah, exactly. You're too pretty to be working at T&D Media. Why don't you get a real job? Hey, Samantha Ann, you're too pretty. Why don't you get on Santa's sleigh? Why are you working with these two goombas? You could be working with Big Daddy Santa.
Why is it so awkward?
I know.
Sorry. Wasn't trying.
Yeah, your wig is sweating crazy.
I know, dude. It's a heat factory in here. All right, question number 7. Hint. Pin A for your thoughts. On Friday's episode titled Hobo Wine, you all discussed what your dads did with their free time. Sam said her dad would just sit on the couch, watch Star Trek, get drunk, and do what?
Fall face down in spaghetti.
Hell yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
was it. That was it.
Wow.
That
That's
was
an
it.
actual thing that
That was-
happens
that was
all
it.
the time.
It was coming to me as you said it. Man, well done, Sam.
Face down in the spaghetti.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
He's pay pills. Eventually you run out of life.
Subway.
You run out of energy, man.
On a TV tray.
No. If there's an actual plate, how dare you?
No, I'm saying the plate was on the TV tray.
Coffee table.
Oh, coffee table. Yeah.
You gotta, watch,
yeah.
you gotta watch Star Trek in front of the TV.
You gotta bend over to eat it.
You're right.
You gotta do that move where you eat with your legs spread open. You're leaning over, scraping
Just
it into your
noodles
mouth.
and pepper.
Yeah,
Like you're in a dress
Oh.
riding a horse.
exactly.
Side saddle. All right.
All right.
All right, so we're tied.
It's a
Yeah,
tie.
it's a
Is there a
tie.
tiebreaker?
I usually do that, but I didn't.
Oh, punish, punish,
All right.
punish,
You
punish.
gotta snap his beard off.
Set his beard on fire.
We're gonna have to stuff that beard up your butthole. Tunnel style. I'm sorry. And it's gonna be awkward.
I gotta get out of here.
Get the tamper.
With the wrong end. All right,
Sweat
Drew.
it up so it'll slide right in.
Well, I'd say we figure out who won, but no one cares. no, listeners don't care. No one here cares. I don't think you care.
I think.
But you put a tremendous
He
amount of
spent
effort
so
into
much
this.
time on
You
those
can take
jokes.
your wig off now if you want to, because you're
Thank
getting
you.
real gross looking, man. You're real sweaty.
So what are you doing, Drew, this holiday season?
There he is.
What do you got
Oh,
going
now
on?
you look like Ralphie, new Ralphie.
I forgot. Are you married? Do you have a family?
Yeah, I'm married.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he doesn't have any kids. Though.
Okay,
It was
no
my
kids?
wife that wrapped the presents.
You would be a wonderful dad.
Thanks.
I think. Like this guy's, he's fun like you.
Are you planning on doing that?
Yeah.
All right.
We
No
actually-
rush, no rush. I'm not asking you to do that, please. I shouldn't have said that. You know what? You shouldn't have said that.
Starting tonight.
I should
No,
know.
we actually went to a psychic because we do like a bucket list thing every year. Like, let's do 3 things we've never done.
That's what you do.
You do that?
No.
You do
I don't-
They
I
do the
don't-
same thing over and over. And they say they hate it and it's too much work, but they continue to do it.
Sam's got it. Why don't you got it? So
We went to Casa Dega and we went to a psychic and they're
All
They're
right.
saying the kids
I
are
want to do
coming.
that too.
Oh, that's what they said?
Yeah.
Did they give you a time frame? Did they
Yeah, we both went to our own psychic, which was really interesting because like mine was just like all this really nice.
I like that to
positive
compare
stuff.
and contrast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her dude was like throwing her out like someone's gonna die, blood
Damn.
related, and you're gonna get an inheritance in a J month. Like he had all these. I was like, man, that's more entertaining than mine.
In
Mine
a
was-
J month.
January.
But
Yeah.
that sounds so sinister, doesn't it? Like in a J month, dog. It sounds like slang or something, you know.
So be
Like,
careful which one you pick. You might get some things where you're kind of nervous about walking out the door.
when you decide that you're finally ready to have kids, there's always this. I did this with
I
my
shook hands with my wife before.
with Crystal, where
Agreed.
Deal.
it didn't happen. Daniel happened. I mean, he is potent. It
I
was
don't
like
know
the same
about that.
month.
I think it was the last bit of testosterone I have. I gave it the old college try.
Ours was
Now I'm full woman.
took a year. Like you're like, all right, we'll try.
I think
and then,
that's anything. It's like watching a pot boil. You know, it's like
Yeah, and then by the time it actually happens, you're so convinced because it took so long that it wasn't going to happen that you're kind of like, oh no.
right, right. 'Cause you got used to the idea of it's not gonna
Well,
happen. Yeah, I know what
so
you mean.
then you're
I
like,
know
well,
what you
I'll
mean.
be rich. Then I'll do whatever I want, and
Yeah.
we'll live Samantha's life of just going on different vacations and spending
Well,
your
lately
money for
she's
your
been
own
dealing
good.
with lately she's been dealing with
All my
Safe
money's going to
Light.
crap.
Yeah.
Safe Light repaired, Safe Light replaced.
Tell me you got that fixed now.
Not
No.
yet. Working on it.
She's gonna have to sell her kazoo and her harmonica to get a new
Hard up.
windshield.
Got anything to plug, Drew? Of
course not.
Yeah, just nothing. just,
That's a great answer.
I
by the
mean,
way.
nothing at all. Like your wife's
No.
business and your
She
friends
doesn't want to be
and
associated with this.
your friends or family's business.
Do we want Drew to hang out while we finish the segment and just he can help us answer?
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
Might as well only have
You got,
10
yeah,
minutes
we
left.
only
Yeah.
got a little bit of time. Sam will get out some emails. I'll get some voicemails. You can be honorary member of the show. Santa Claus Drew. I love how much effort you put into this.
Yeah. It's so much that I feel, Drew, that do you feel it's worth it coming in here? And you wrote all those one-liners you had to remember, and the shows, and you typed up something.
Oh my God, it's
prep-
a suicide note.
It's the manifesto.
Yeah,
The
he
prep-
turned it over so we can see it.
The prep work is actually fun. I love finding the questions that I think are going to be good, coming up with the ridiculous jokes in between. The only time that I ever is day of, and then I'm like, oh God, I'm going in.
But then you get
Oh,
nervous.
so it's just like the baby thing. It's like you're good, you know,
Yeah.
and then you get to a point where like I think I'm good, and then it's day of, and you're oh,
Yeah, not that I don't want to come in, but then I'm like, oh God, what if I show up 3 hours early? What if it's the wrong day? What if I get there and there's no time? You know,
you get nervous.
Nervous, yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
All right. So let's do some.
All right, we'll start with a voicemail. I've been talking about manic emailers, and I've been talking about BDM Mike and BDM Kylie, who I may have described them as manic listeners who call in and leave a bunch of messages, and I think Kylie took offense to it.
Tom, Dan, Sam, BDM Kylie.
And you can hear Mike in the background. I just want to point out, you can hear Mike
Well,
in the
they're
background.
crazy too.
No,
the
he
little
said
one.
he said it for me.
Oh,
And
okay.
Mike, you are on my list, buddy, because you call in every day and you lie to me and say that you love the show. But listen to what Mike says in the beginning of this call.
Tom,
Well, he's crazy too.
Well, he's trying to defend his wife, but actually insulting her a little bit.
Yes, he is.
Hey.
I'm gonna have to mull this over.
Well,
and see
they're
what
crazy like you.
well, I'll have to see.
Tom, Dan, Sam, BDM Kylie. BDM Mike. Okay, one not manic. That was me ranting after your free beer fest. So she loves Marvel. I definitely was drunk, and I do love Marvel. And now I'm gonna talk very calmly so I don't come off as manic again.
As you do a manic
Anywho,
laugh.
You might be right about the pills thing. I definitely was drinking. It was after your free beer fest, which was so much fun, by the way. Great time.
Love meeting you guys.
Yes, that was also cool. Anywho, I'm gonna go now. Every time I do this,
BDM for life.
BDM for life. Bye.
Okay, there they go. All right.
kind of blamed you guys for having the beer fest. It sounded
Yeah,
like.
Yeah,
you
it's our
guys got
fault.
her drunk.
I know it's all our fault.
Also, you're not helping your case by you and your husband calling in, yelling out things that make no difference to anybody. So you were like, I'm explaining myself. Giving an explanation. No one cares.
Yeah, that's true.
This is also about the beer fest. T&D show, what an amazing beer festival. Thanks again for putting this on. I've been a member for years, and this was the first event I was able to attend, and I'm so happy I did. One funny thing that happened to me while there that I thought I could share, I hate being the center of attention and have fairly bad anxiety, and a small series of events peaked it a bit. First, I was lucky enough that when I got to the Yellow Brick Road tent, Juan wanted to tap the keg of the glittery beer for me first. The anxiety started inching up when it was all head and he was having trouble pouring it, which made me feel bad, but that was just the start. It was only 12:30, so it was unique enough to have a full glass of beer at this point, but even more so, full of glitter beer. I kept getting asked by just about anyone that saw me what was in my glass, as it looked very different. As I was walking by the stage, I got stopped by the pre-show host and interviewed about the glass in my hand and what the glitter beer was.
It's like every nightmare of this guy.
I know. It's so sad. All I could think of was that I wasn't supposed to have this yet, and I was going to get in some sort of trouble, or Juan was. None of that ended up mattering. He was just trying to sell more glasses, but you couldn't tell that to my brain. Dan, you were so personable. Between the beer pouring and interview moment, you saw me walking by with my girlfriend and you tossed me a fist bump as you and Tom were off doing pre-festival greetings to all the vendors.
I'm so awesome.
Later in the day, I mustered up some courage to say hi to you while you were watching the Oklahoma Stackhouse, and you offered to introduce me to Tom, and I was just blown away. You guys rock and you're so awesome. I honestly was starstruck.
Wait, go back to that last part.
Then you gave me your straw hat, and it was like the closest thing I've ever gotten to feel like a boy band fandom type thing, as I honestly could die just then.
Justin Timberlake right here.
Look at that.
I saw that moment happen.
Yeah, did you watch that?
Yeah, I was right by you when that happened.
Yeah.
Also, that's called the pass off when you're like, hey, come talk to Tom.
It did look like that.
I do that with Dan.
I like when this guy's trying to assassinate he's trying to assassinate my
Dan.
goodwill and my friendship.
When I'm like talking to a listener, I'm
Hey,
like,
have you met Dan?
like, hey, there's Sam over here.
But
Minding
you know
your
what
business.
I
I'm
do?
gonna
I already met him. Already met him.
come talk
I'll
to
yell
this
that
person
too.
now.
I will yell that. I'll be met you. No tag back.
He does do that a lot, yeah.
No, I love meeting the people, man. And I have a straw hat. You were like, I was like, do you have one of these? The guy's like, no. I'm like, here, take this. Wear it. Let people know about the show. Tell people that we're out here. Tell people that we love doing this podcast. And we've been doing it for
a long time.
13 years now. Tell people that we enjoy this. Tell people that before podcasting was as big as it is now in the world, that there are local podcasts. I can't find any others other than us, but there are local podcasts that do this as a career. So support them and find them and love them.
There's two types of people in this world, and I'm just dumbfounded by the first type. Is the first type when people on stage ask for a volunteer or something like that, or like, hey, who wants to do this?
I don't do that.
To the crowd, and then the people that raise their hand wanting to be the volunteer, go up on stage or be center of attention. There's that type, and then the people that, like me, freeze, hoping that they never would. Please, like, all I could do, my worst nightmare is them calling on me.
So your worst nightmare is somebody goes, hey, we need a volunteer up here. Wait, let's look for the stillest person. Well, that would be your worst nightmare, right? That's your worst. Like the spotlight comes down and you're standing as still. Then you start waving your arms around.
Because I will be forced by peer pressure and
pure pressure or peer pressure. Because both are accurate. Pure pressure or peer pressure.
It's pure peer pressure.
Whoa!
Because I can't say like no. I can't be like the party pooper that doesn't want to go. Like I'll be
what you
forced to get up there and then pretend like and do what they want me to do.
So last week at where were you? The camping spot.
Croom Forest?
No. Then 2 weekends ago when you were
Fort
at
Wilderness?
Fort Wilderness.
Uh-huh.
If Chip and Dale had been like,
Let's get this dad on stage and do the hokey pokey.
Oh, man.
Hey, let's get this dad up there. We're looking for hey, you dad, back there on the picnic bench, sitting there drinking your White Claw with your headband on.
Yeah.
Get up here and do the hokey pokey.
Yeah. I won't do the no, but it's my worst
would you have
nightmare.
done it? Would you have gotten up there and hokey pokey?
I'd be forced to by the crowd and
But
my
instantly,
sons.
when it was done, you'd retire to your camper, be red.
Red. I don't want to do it.
So red.
But who are the people that raise their hand?
I don't do that.
Like,
And
Those
look,
are extroverts.
Look, man, I am a chirper, but I swear to you, and you know this, and my wife knows this, if I'm at SeaWorld and they're like, hey, we need somebody for the Seymour and Clydes, I don't want to be involved.
But I also fantasize about being the person that is like when they call me up on stage, I start doing something pre-rehearsed breakdancing routine.
Hold on. You hate dreams. And this mother effer says he hates dreams, and he just said he had a dream that
Not a dream, a fantasy.
He gets picked, and he goes on stage and starts doing a pre-rehearsed
That's the last thing I would have taught you.
breakdancing
Was that
routine.
breakdancing.
A pre-rehearsed breakdancing routine, and you said you had a dream about it.
Not a dream, but
I'm so angry right now.
Or being able to like sit down at the piano and play a song, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at him go!" Like it's just
Goodbye, Norman G. No one ever.
where people are like, "Oh my God, this dad's doing something amazing!" Like
got the goods.
I can't do anything amazing.
Oh my God, Elton John's dead. You run to the stage, you get in there, you start singing, you're playing the piano, people start clapping, they're crying.
Or like I
You
grab them.
understand the irony that you do shows every day for a living,
That
right?
doesn't
No,
matter. This is nothing.
yeah, but this is like I have to pretend like no one's listening.
Yeah, look around, Sam. Look at
Yeah.
this. Look around.
Yeah, it's just you guys. I'm not embarrassed, but when they get up on stage, and then on the stage, I rehearse what I'm going to say when I get up there.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah. That's why I hate karaoke and all that so
Yeah.
much.
But if they selected you and forced you to do karaoke, your dream is they get you up there.
and I do Baby's
you're-
Got
and-
Back
yeah.
really well, and I do all the.
Did you say Betty's got back? I'm pretty sure he said Betty's got back.
No, I do something like unbelievable.
Wouldn't you want to do something poignant, like sing some Josh Groban or something that's really gonna like make people feel, or do you want to go pure party?
I want to go fish out of water. I can't believe that's why I
Like
go
can't
break
believe-
dancing.
like paparazzi?
no. That way
Like
I
do
do
some
some-
Lady Gaga.
I do something where they're like, I can't believe this.
Pop, poker bus.
Yeah, this old fat dad is doing.
You're not a fat dad anymore.
Well, whatever.
Now you're like, you know what you are? You're Orlando's liver king now. You
No,
need the
no,
helmet
no.
and the beard.
I wait until I start doing.
Hello,
testosterone.
primos.
It's gonna happen. I'm HGH
I wanna-
testosterone
I
about
wanna do it.
52. It'll be liver king
He
red.
won't talk to me. He will answer everybody else on Instagram. But every time I comment on Liver King's post, I'll just write charlatan, and he won't reply. But he'll reply to everybody else that calls him out. But I just write one word. I write charlatan, and he won't say nothing to me. I'll get you, Liver King.
I also don't like it when the person on stage starts picking you out of the crowd and like, hey, look at this guy. I do that, by the way, which is weird.
You did it at one time at Cafe Da Vinci, and you're like, "Hey, look at this guy. He's a
it's a
biker. Oh, look at that. What'd you?
Yeah, well,
you
that's-
ride it in, or was a trailer queen?" And I'm like, "Uh-oh,
That's
we're gonna
why-
get into a fight."
Yeah, we had to leave. But that's where it doesn't make any sense because they're like, why am I doing what my worst nightmare is to be done to me?
You're
It's
doing
weird.
reverse heckling.
Yeah, but that's where because I start trying to improv and then doing the crowd work. Anyway, it's a nightmare.
We'll do one more, and we'll get out of here.
Hey guys, it's Barry Joe. Consider myself a fairly meek and mellow man. Lose my temper from time to time when really pushed, but I've got surgery Friday and had to choose someone out on the phone because they wanted to change the date of my surgery to next Tuesday, and they told me they really couldn't do anything about it, and I kind of got firm with them because it was going to cost me, another $1,000 out of pocket to subcontract my business. I got my way, and it's going to save me money, and everything's going to work better. But I feel bad because I got kind of rough with the lady on the phone, and she was really sweet. But I mean, it worked. Do you ever experience something like that? You got to get a little rough and you get your way and then feel bad about it afterwards. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I do that. Tom probably doesn't because he's not reactionary. I'm sorry, I'm answering first.
No, go on. Yeah.
I'm
Then this
showing
is
you
more
how
your lane.
reactionary I am. Yeah, this is me. And I've gotten better at it, but it takes a lot of work. And you have to just take a beat. I learned that from you. You take a little beat. But give it a little time. Sometimes you do need to say something, and there are warranted times, but it's always better to take a few seconds, think about it.
In this case, though, it's
I
justified.
hate hurting people's feelings. Though.
Like, I don't like when people are a-holes to the customer service rep just to be a-holes to get some sort of emotional payback. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because
yeah.
that doesn't make it. But
I've done that too, and that's not fair.
But if it's $1,000 on your line, on the line, and it's a company, and then you need it to happen, like that's justified. I don't like when there's nothing anybody could do, and you're just an a-hole to the person just to get some sort of emotional
Right.
gratification.
Well, that's
from
just
it.
purely selfish at that point.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is it's a release valve, and you're using the person as nothing more than just a dartboard, and that's not fair.
Yeah, especially since if it's not going to change anything. If it can change something, then I'm all for it because it makes sense, right? Like, they screwed you over in your mind, and you have to, like, be aggressive to change it, and they changed it.
I had that happen this morning. I was in the parking lot for follow-up for my back and for my hip, and they canceled, like, while I was in the parking lot, and I'm like, damn it, I got to fight traffic all the way back over here. And I wasn't happy about it, but I guess if I were out of pocket $1,000, I probably would have called and been a little upset.
But could they have changed it? If you call, and
no, there's nothing they could do because my doctor had an emergency.
Yeah,
You're right. My doctor had an emergency. They said he's not in today. They said he's not in at all. He will have he had a family emergency. Well, there's really in that regard, even a call does nothing.
But then if you would have called and then were a D head to the receptionist, then that's for no reason because they're not changing the situation. Correct. And then what are you doing? It's not helping anything.
Drew, what are you still doing here? No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Drew, you're not a D-head to anybody, right?
I always start off kind, but I will say that if I feel I am getting screwed over, then I will fight back. Yeah, I feel like I'm sticking up for the man if I'm doing that, Or not the man, but the people.
Sticking up for the man. Like
the people.
As the bird
to
flies.
the man.
Yeah, as the bird flies.
I'm just like you, Tom.
Well, guess what? We both look like the man.
Yeah, you do.
You've
Born
seen
the
a
man.
picture.
Born the
It's
man.
us. You are the man.
Yeah, there it is.
You're the mirror. Man in the mirror.
It all comes back.
You're the man, dude.
I think kill him with kindness, though. I think that's always first strategy. That usually works.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yep.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Great show.
Woohoo!
Really good. Are we going to lunch?
Yeah.
Guys, have a great lunch. We will be in a hoarder house?
Yep.
Okay.